What is up everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another episode of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. My name is Miles Rowe and in today's video I'll be sharing with you guys the guide of what you need to do in order to activate the Unstable Rift in Season 4 Reloaded. First things first, you guys need to make sure you have all the right items with you, and all I can mention that you guys have to bring are the 4 ammo modes. Those are the Brain Root, the Cryo Freeze, the napalm burst, as well as the dead wire. This is everything you have to bring, no other stuff, no other things like the armor, golden armor plates, no the ether blades. So just make sure you have the modes with you. The first one that you're gonna find, or at least it was the first one in my game, it's in the tier 3 area. It's just opposite the Pack-a-Punch machine in the far left side of the map, which is E4, and this was the dead wire detonator in my case. Once completed, you'll give yourself revive, a perk, and 2 other ammo modes. Again, it's randomized, so it depends on your luck. The second one for me was opposite the Season 1 Rift, and that's kind of in the tier 2 area. Now in this particular one we had the Cryo Freeze, so once equipped you can start the sigil, and then you have the mission here. Now for this particular one, as I said, it was randomized, so in my case it was the Cryo Freeze, but for you guys might be something else, and again the position of them could be different for every player. Now my theory here is that with, for example, this one, which is in F6, could come anywhere else on the map, and I believe after the first half an hour of the game, every 5 minutes you'll be able to see a new one appearing on the map. So this is just my theory for now. I'm not sure how tested it is, but this is the order I've noticed things to appear. After the first 30 minutes something comes up every 5 minutes, so just make sure to kind of navigate around the map. Try to use a scorcher if you have one, because in this way you'll be able to just go from one place to the other. I was also lucky enough in this game to join a few randoms, and they were doing contracts while I was finding this, so this helped. But again, once you complete the rift, the reward are just self-revive and a few other items. And now the third and final one for me was a Brain Root one, and this is pretty much again in the tier 2 area. If you guys are familiar with the safe cracker mission, which is always spawning in the bus stop, this is literally behind that in the parking lot, which is in E7 or F7, depending on how you look at the map. Now in this particular one, as I said, in my case was the Brain Root, and once activated the mission, it's a very straightforward one. You notice with the Brain Root, or at least the last one that you'll be completing, that you would also have a few mimics that will be spawning. Now interestingly enough, and I'm not sure if this was just a coincidence in my case, once you were completing the third one, you also receive a notification that the Unstable Rift appeared somewhere on the map. Now I have noticed this with a few other streamers and players, so just make sure that either yourself or your teammates arrive to this quickly, because you don't know what can happen and if it's visible to other players. In our case, this was also spawned into a tier 2 area, but also worth mentioning, there's a 4th spot, and that's in D5, again in a big parking lot, and in our case it should have been the napalm burst ammo mode. Now as I said, these 4 spots are randomized, so it might depend on every player's game. So just make sure that you navigate between these 4 spaces, and I'm sure that you'll be able to find them in this order. Right, once you are in the Unstable Rift, you see that on the left hand side of your screen a countdown will appear, so you would have 5 tiers that you would have to kind of keep up. And I have to say, as you gradually go towards the tier 1 to tier 3, things are somehow manageable, but I do have to say that later on things are getting slightly difficult. Towards the end of each tier, you will have a big bounty that will come your way. It's either Mimic, Mangler, or Disciple. It hasn't been a Mega Abomination. I was actually just thinking that in this small part of the map to have a Mega will be quite ridiculous. So we haven't seen that. But of course, as things will get gradually difficult, you will see that you will become tighter and tighter as a spot. Now, arguably, I think, you know, for the round-based zombie fans, which is myself included, I don't really feel that this had been a round-based sort of game necessarily, and the argument for it is because the small part of the map. Now, you might say that, right, it does feel because you have hordes of zombies which come, you know, in numbers. Yes, you're right, but you know, the fact that you're just restricted to like a really tight or small area of the map doesn't really feel like the round-based zombie that we are used with. But again, it's a nice and cool kind of new addition to the Rift element, and it goes without saying that you'll be making a lot of XP in this particular Rift. So, you know, just bring a weapon that you're confident with, and I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. In my case, I was playing with the Renetti conversion kit, which kept pretty well, I would say, up until level 4-5. That's where I think if I would have played solo, I wouldn't have the chance to complete this, unless I would have had a dog or multiple self-revives. Another thing I would like to mention, guys, and this is one thing that you really need to take note of: you do not have to bring mags of holding, and you do not have to bring your golden armor plates in this particular mode, because as soon as you're in the Rift, you'd automatically, for the game, receive all of this. So as you guys can see in my team, everyone had the golden armor plates, and if you will notice in my on my weapon, I had the maximum ammo count, which suggests that I had the mags of holding equipped. Now, interestingly, I did bring a mags of holding with me, but I never used it. It was in my stash until the end of the game, and it was just a nice thing to you know, receive from the actual Rift. So just make sure for this preparation you just bring the ammo modes, perhaps a dog, and just the weapons that you want to play with, because, you know, as I said, you have the game providing you the golden armor plates and the mags of holding. Now, once you completed the 5 waves, there's another final wave at the end which gives you a disciple, and once that's completed, you receive a reward which surprisingly reduces the cooldown of a number of items, and then you have the option to extract.
GG, guys.
Now, you'll notice once you start this, you have 45 minutes on the clock, which I think is more than enough, and within a team you'll be absolutely fine. I do think as a solo player you'd probably do a few damages with the crossbow or the RGL. But this is it for today, guys. I hope this helps. Loadout of my weapon on the screen, so do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope this video helped, and see you in the next video soon.